Why breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscriber button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Foodie Central. Breakfast kickstarts your metabolism, helping you burn calories throughout the day. It also gives you the energy you need to get things done and helps you focus at work or at school. These are just a few reasons why it's the most important meal of the day. Many studies have also linked eating breakfast to good health, including better memory and concentration, lower levels of bad LDL cholesterol, and lower chances of getting diabetes, heart disease, and being overweight. It's hard to know though if breakfast causes these healthy habits or if it's just people who eat breakfast regularly tend to have healthier lifestyles. Advantages of eating in the AM. Various studies have found different benefits of starting your day with breakfast, including having a lower BMI, consuming less fat throughout the day, meeting recommendations for fruit and vegetable consumption, having higher daily calcium intake, having higher daily fiber intake, having better performance, memory, and attention for school-aged children. Much of the research just makes good common sense, says Tangney. If you start with a healthy, satisfying meal in the morning, you're less apt to nibble on less nutritious things throughout the day, which we often do out of hunger. You just grab the first or easiest thing in front of you. Disadvantages of missing a morning meal. Various studies have found a range of disadvantages of skipping breakfast, which include that you're more likely to be overweight, less likely to meet recommendations for fruit and vegetable consumption, and more likely to consume unhealthy snacks throughout the day. Studies of children and adolescents have shown that those who skip breakfast are apt to be more overweight. One more concern is that an association has been found between skipping breakfast and other risky behaviors like smoking and experimenting with drugs and alcohol, says Tangney. Here are 7 reasons why breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Number 1, you'll lose weight by eating more. If you restrict your largest meals to breakfast, you're on your way to shedding pounds. In one study, 2 groups ate roughly the same number of calories per day but distributed them differently. The groups who consumed more calories in the morning lost an average of 17.8 pounds over 3 months, while those who ate less upon waking up and more later in the day, such as a big dinner, lost only 7.3 pounds on average. Number 2, it puts you at reduced risk for diabetes. People who skip breakfast tend to overcompensate later in the day, leading to larger, less nutritious meals that can wreak havoc on insulin levels. In one study, subjects who didn't eat in the morning had a 21% higher risk of developing diabetes than those who made the time for a bite. Number 3, it keeps you tuned in. Your brain loves the energy it extracts from meals, making it a sensible AM bowl of oatmeal just as important for focus and concentration as it is for physical exertion. In one study, subjects who ate oats had a markedly better ability to memorize and absorb information than those who hadn't eaten anything at all. Number 4, it can reduce your risk of heart disease. People who skip breakfast tend to overeat the rest of the day, and overeating is an obvious culprit in unwanted weight gain, which can lead to high cholesterol and blood pressure levels. Studies have shown that breakfast eaters have lower incidence of heart disease than skippers. Number 5, you're literally breaking a fast. The period between your last meal and hitting the alarm is usually the longest stretch of time your body goes without fuel. Eating within 2 hours of waking up can impact how levels of glucose or blood sugar and insulin that brings glucose to the cells can be used for energy and how they're regulated for the remainder of the day. Skip breakfast and it's just your body running on empty. Your brain too. Plus, the longer you put it off, the hungrier you'll be when you actually sit down to eat. Stuffing yourself with unhealthy treats in an attempt to satisfy your hunger can cause your glucose to ebb and flow, creating unsteady energy levels and the potential for even more overeating. Number 6, protein in the morning curbs desires later. Research shows that breakfast high in protein, such as oatmeal or Greek yogurt, is more likely to keep you fuller longer, preventing you from overeating or making poor food choices later on. In one study, magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, demonstrated reduced activity in the portions of the brain making food demands for several hours following that first protein-heavy meal. Number 7, you can get in your fiber. Because whole grains and fruit make regular appearances at the breakfast table, you're more likely to meet or at least put a dent in your recommended fiber intake by eating breakfast. In addition to fueling your digestive system, fiber can also help reduce cholesterol. That brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are currently on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.